Hey guys, welcome to a new video of Bitcoin Edge. And today we saw some upside. We saw a double top on the Nasdaq 100. They are at resistance now, very easy to see with the bare eye. We see a bottom over here, a bottom over here, and we just touched that area. Also, we touched this trend line from the top, touching this point, and touching it here again. Gold did break out of this downward trend line over here. If you zoom in a little bit, you can see it more easily. They do have this area over here, which is important when it comes to the closes on the 4-hour, the 12-hour, the daily. We see this falling wedge on the SPX, still valid. Dollar broke out of this trend line, went up. That's why others saw a little bit of downside. So let's take a closer look at the dollar. The dollar exactly hit resistance over here. We were looking at it yesterday and they hit it today. So what is next? The dollar can get rejected off of here and go back to new lows, which would be very good for basically everything. So the dollar crash, everything go up in dollar value because yeah. So yeah, the dollar hit resistance, could come back for a retest on this trend line. We will have to see. Also, I think BTC is a little bit decoupling from others since yeah, we saw I saw this gold breakout today on a lower time frame, and as soon as that happened, I mean, gold was front running Bitcoin. So I saw Bitcoin going up, and yeah. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. We are still in the same tightening pattern. Nothing happening. Well, it's the same still as yesterday. We did make a really nice engulfing on the daily, but we just made a higher low. So we can just add this line on a smaller time frame. Really nice engulfing on the daily. If you zoom in, nothing more has changed. We're just in a tightening pattern. We are between 10.1k ish and 11.1. We can zoom in a little bit more, go to the hourly, and yeah, we just see a nice break from this one. Well, what do we see? Let's zoom in a little bit more. We see this one over here. Nice break, pop up, making higher highs over here compared to this area. And yeah, in a lower time frame, it's just looking good. Nothing more to say, but we are in definitely a tightening pattern. A higher low over here, higher low over here, lower highs over here, lower highs over here. So we're just still in the same old pattern. Funding was very low over here, a negative. We were talking about it yesterday. Usually when funding is that low, it is a good time to buy. Funding right now is completely flat. I am still bullish. I think we will see more upside. That is because we have such a strong engulfing on the daily. That means that today's green candle is way higher than yesterday's red candle. So that makes it very bullish. But we still want to see higher highs. We want to see it go back above 11.1. Break this trend line over here. It only has 2 taps, but it is valid in my opinion. This one has also just 2 taps, but we want to break this higher high. That is what I'm all about. Ethereum, I mean, if BTC has a good day, Ethereum basically always has a good day as well. A bit less than Bitcoin, but also an engulfing on the daily, which is very bullish. Made a double bottom over here, which is bullish. If it comes back for a third, third bottom over here, goes back to this resistance, comes back down here. It is really bad. Ethereum BTC didn't quite make the engulfing, but does look good over here in my opinion. And why is that? Well, we see this trend line over here. Well, maybe a bit more like this, but an engulfing over here could push us back above this trend line. So that is what I would like to see. Also, I see this trend line, something like this. You could make a weird falling wedge out of it. Weird, well, kinda is, but I don't like this as much. But a falling wedge is very bullish, guys. Maybe they make it a bit bigger. But definitely a falling wedge. It's a bit of a wide one, in my opinion, but it is one. On the daily, really nice engulfment, as you can see over here. You can see a little bit more clear over here, and we have this trend line really hitting hard. Very important trend line. We want to bounce off of it, drawing the trend lines we drew earlier on TradingView. And this is basically where we are sandwiched in. We want this to break to the upside. I like Bitcoin Wisdom sometimes for the clarity it gives. So yeah, looking very good. We just want to break this trend line and break this high over here. You can see it makes it very, I mean, I like this a little bit more than TradingView sometimes. What is bad is that we see a premium still on Bitfinex. That is kind of bearish, but I think we have some fuel to go to the upside. We want to see premiums on Coinbase. That is what I really want to see, what I'm looking forward to. And this trend line, yeah, you guys can see it. That's where it's all about. If you want to trade with some leverage like I do, make sure you follow me on Twitter. But also make even more sure you use one of these sign up links. You get additional discounts on your trading fees, and trading fees kill your profits. I'm especially a big fan of Bybit and FTX. If you want to trade with big positions, really big positions, I would advise to use Bitmex. Since Bitmex has the deepest order books in my opinion. So yeah, the liquidity is just the best over there. But I don't think a lot of my followers do that. Also, just make sure you use one of these sign up links and let me know, because if you let me know, I am always ready to advise you or give you tips and stuff. You can always slide into my DMs. You're always welcome. I will answer all the questions in the comments as well. So yeah, make sure you use one of these sign up links. They're also in the video description. Make sure to subscribe as well to help me. I am bullish, and that is because we had such a nice engulfment on the daily. An engulfment like this usually means we see continuation to the upside. So I expect some more fireworks to the upside. And the best thing that could happen would be a rejection of this resistance for the dollar. Let's draw this trend line over here. Break of this trend line would be bad for everything else except the dollar. So that's basically it. We see this falling wedge still intact on the S&P 500, but if we zoom out, we can see if we draw this trend line a bit like this, we see depends a little bit of how you draw it, which points you want it to touch, but you could see we hit support on this trend line, a lot of contact points over here, and this is another big support for the S&P 500. But if we zoom in to the daily or to the hourly, we see this falling wedge, which is a bullish pattern. So yeah, that's basically it. It's actually looking quite bullish for the S&P 500. Dixie, I mean, they're at resistance right now. So a rejection here. I mean, you don't long resistance. So, I mean, the S&P, gold, everything has a chance to pop up now. Gold already broke out of this trend line over here. This one, zoom in a little bit. So it is short term looking good. Bitcoin is still in a consolidation pattern, but I'm bullish. Yeah, that's basically it for today. Like I said, make sure you use one of those sign up links because you will save yourself a lot of money. Trading fees make others rich, so you want to save on trading fees and get discounts on them and use my ref links instead. Also, you help me, of course, with it, but yourself even more because you pay less trading fees. See you guys again tomorrow. Make sure to subscribe and happy trading.